I mean, everybody know this is true. You don't need glasses to see this as clear as day. Trump is on trial because of Biden. Biden has Trump in these trials, but the left refuses to believe this. Hear from the man himself.
Mr. Trump, your family coming? Where's Melania, Mr. Trump? Donald, where's Melania?
Very much. I just want to say before we begin, these are all Biden trials. This is done as election interference. Everybody knows it. I'm here instead of being able to be in Pennsylvania and Georgia and lots of other places campaigning. And it's very unfair. Fortunately, the poll numbers are very good. They've been going up because people understand what's going on. This is a witch hunt, and it's a shame. And it comes out of Washington. It's in coordination with Washington, everything, including the DA's office. It's in coordination with Washington. I just want people to understand that this is done for purposes of hurting the opponent of the worst president in the history of our country. Second of all, we have another trial going on right now. That's Letitia James. She campaigned on the fact that I will get Trump, I'm going to get Trump. And it has to do with a bond of $175 million. First of all, she doesn't want me to participate with financial companies in New York. So we have a company, I guess, based in California. It's a bonding company. And I put up $175 million in cash. But she says the bonding company is not good. She doesn't like the bonding company because she doesn't know if the collateral is good. And I put up $175 million in cash, and she's questioning the bonding company. Well, when you put up cash, and the number is 175, which is what we're supposed to be putting up, but I give it in cash, she shouldn't be complaining about the bonding company. The bonding company would be good for it because I put up the money. And I have plenty of money to put up, but nobody is going to be putting up with this. Nobody is going to be listening or coming to New York anymore. Businesses are going to be fleeing because people are treated so badly. It's got to be the most unfriendly place to do business, and that's why businesses are leaving and people are leaving as migrants come in and take over our parks and our schools and everything else. So on the Letitia James case, she's the worst attorney general in the country, by the way. On Letitia, and she keeps a lot of business out of New York, and businesses that are here are leaving. And that means jobs and a lot of revenue. Somebody's going to step in. The governor or somebody has to step in and do something because your businesses are fleeing. Letitia James, the money was put up. It's $175 million. And I don't think she's complaining about me for the first time ever. She's complaining about the company. But why would she be doing that when I put up the money? So
right, just greedy.
That's taking place in front of an extremely crazed judge who's the most overturned judge in New York State. He was overturned 4 or 5 times on that case alone. That's, you know who it is. I don't have to mention names. I want to be nice. I want to be very nice.
Trump nice?
But, a thing like that, a thing like what's going on right here should never be happening. It's a very, very sad day in America. I can tell you that. Thank you very much.
I'm trying to tell y'all that these trials are all being pushed by Biden for obvious reasons too. What other way are they gonna actually win in 2024 going up against Trump, especially when all of the things that they've been doing against him have actually propelled his status in every community that they try to turn him away from, especially in the black community. This man is pulling up to the hood, Chick-fil-A's and all that. But just to get to the meat of it all, obviously you have Letitia James out here whom he's saying, look, bro, I done gave her the money. What the hell else is she bickering about? He said, but this might be the most silent she has been since going after him and pursuing him. But yeah, man, it all follow the money. Who do you think this trickle up to? Yeah, Biden. And if you go beyond that, you probably might see an Obama, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that for me. At this point, witch hunt, it might be an understatement. This is just pure treason for sure. Trump should go ahead and start coining that and telling him to campaign off of that. And as far as everybody who's, the Garlands, the Letitia James, the Fani Willis, the Jack Smith, all these Democrat and all that, bro, it's actual blasphemy to law and order these days. This witch hunt is unprecedented right now. But you still got the haters saying that Trump calling this a witch hunt is somehow undermining the seriousness of the legal proceedings. I laugh too, y'all. obviously Biden is weaponizing the DOJ and actually using Hillary Clinton now to campaign and say that Trump is actually using the legal system to kind of weaponize the government to go after his political opponents. But it's actually the complete opposite. And these kangaroo courts are using fake scam trials to prevent this man from running. It's pathetic. It's weak, honestly. Like, you can't win off of just your policy. You can't win off of actually campaigning the correct way and meeting with the people and interacting with the people. You can't campaign off of your freaking history either. These last 3.5, almost 4 years have been freaking pathetic. Look, I just paid almost $5 for gas, and a gallon of milk cost me a goddamn bus ticket. It's too much. I almost want to say vote for Trump to save America, but I ain't trying to incite no violence according to YouTube's policy and all that. So, for the sake of that, hey, don't try shit I just said, all right? It could be harmful. Don't do it. Amidst all of this, Trump seems to be in good spirits. You can tell this man is a warrior, man.
So there he is, the 45th president of the United States, emerging from a side entrance of Trump Tower here in Midtown Manhattan to head 50 or so blocks south of here to the bottom end of Manhattan, to the Bowery, to the Manhattan Criminal Court, where he will begin today this criminal trial against him. It is, as I said before, the story of a president, a porn star, and a payment. Whether or not that payment was legal, that will now be up to a jury to decide as this moment in American history gets underway. The Secret Service and the convoy of vehicles is just heading off now. He's in one of those vehicles and he will head south for those 50 blocks. It's about a, well, with traffic, about a 20-minute journey from here down to the court. A journey that he will make twice a day, every day, for the duration of this trial. A quite remarkable moment as he attempts to prove his innocence and to prove that he did nothing wrong with these payments that were made to Stormy Daniels, payments which the prosecution says were to keep her quiet, to keep her story about her alleged affair with him out of the headlines. This is a deeply personal moment for Donald Trump. It may not be the most serious of the cases against Mr. Trump. And remember, he faces 4 trials, 4 criminal trials. Legal experts say this is not the most serious in terms of legality. But for him, it is deeply personal because it involves an alleged extramarital affair. And it brings him to a grim courthouse at the bottom end of Manhattan every day, where he will have to listen to deeply personal testimony. And the jury, 7 men, 5 women, who were chosen last week, they will listen to it all, and they will judge whether or not the 45th president is guilty or innocent.
You want to hear some fuck shit? I tell you some fuck shit. Imagine being Joe Biden, the DNC, and the mainstream media, all just sitting here saying that if Trump were in charge of the DOJ, he would weaponize the DOJ to do his bidding. Wait, what? Trump can't even campaign because he is stuck in a courtroom all day with a judge who actually donated to Joe Biden and the Democrat Party, and a prosecutor who ran and campaigned on arresting Trump. Wait hold up. And then they put a gag order on Trump to where he can't talk about the mistreatments that is happening to him. Ain't that some shit? You see, the Democrats know they're going to take a big fucking L this year. And you want to know the biggest fuckery of it all? Is you can come here illegally, break all kinds of fucking laws, and the same prosecutor and judge will let your ass go, no fucking bail. You can even flip off the cameras on the way out if you want to. Ain't that some shit?
How do you think the trials are going to play for undecided voters?
Well, of course, we don't actually know, but I continue to be somewhat skeptical that there's any voter that will watch these trials and say, hey, I didn't vote for Donald Trump before, but now I'm going to vote for the guy. Because, as Sarah says, we have been numbed about it, but over the next few months, we're going to be reminded who this guy is. And I think what this ad does is it highlights something that I think is really extraordinary. Kind of, run through the mental experiment of imagining what job in American society would Donald Trump be qualified for other than the presidency? I mean, we have saved our absolute lowest standard. You wouldn't hire him at the mall. You wouldn't hire him to babysit your kids. You would not hire him to be
what are y'all talking
the CEO
about?
of a publicly traded company. You cannot imagine.
You wouldn't be able to hire him. He's been his own boss literally his whole life.
Any institution.
Shout out to his dad for giving the advantage, you know what I'm saying? But the man took it and ran, bro.
Of any school or institution of higher education hiring him. I can't imagine any corporation putting him on their board of directors.
Never.
He wouldn't be qualified for any position in the U.S. military. Just go through all of this. So it's an interesting point. If you wouldn't do business with him, if you wouldn't hire him, if you wouldn't associate him, why would you give him the nuclear codes? Why would you make him the commander-in-chief and put him back in the presidency? I think that's a very powerful, very powerful argument, and I think it will play with at least a subset of undecided swing voters.
Well, it certainly should. A critical question to be answered by those undecided voters over the next 6 months.
This is why Trump has to win, man. Oh my gosh. There's just so much BS, bro. Now that we talking about what job position he would qualify for outside of the president. See, like, dog, he was the president of the United States, did a damn good job. Y'all talking about trusting him with the nuclear codes? The man Biden don't even remember that they have nuclear codes, bro. What are we? Oh my gosh, bro. Remember, this is MSNBC. Talking about you wouldn't let Trump do this or do that. I wouldn't let Biden walk my dog. I wouldn't let Biden breathe near me. Like, dude, no, I just can't trust it, bro. You know, the air is polluted. I really just strongly dislike when people do stuff like this, man, or left-wing media starts to do stuff like this because, you know, Joe Biden right now has so many people lost and stuck in the middle, or not even stuck, just lost in the middle. You know, many people, Democratic voters, and some Republican voters. It's the Republican, I mean, it's this cycle has been very, very Confucius to all of them. Neither party is representing this view or that view, many people views. Both are definitely becoming extreme in their own ways. However, you know what I'm saying, if we talking about the left specifically, in my opinion, it's definitely hella more extreme, but you do got some rhinos and all that. We're not gonna sit here and try to act like it's just all the left, this, that, and the third. But yeah, man, it's when you putting out bullshit like this, it makes them in between us really just confused, dog. You just throwing out random BS rhetoric. And you guys gotta be a little cuckoo, cause he was already the president. He already had the nuclear codes. At least we didn't have all of these odd wars happening when Trump was in office because, you know, Biden is weak. Inflation is through the motherfucking roof. Y'all just quit being disingenuous, all right?